The new Sunset Saboteur is absolutely incredible. When our opponent targets it, they have to discard a card that's so good, and is very similar to how Tarmogoyf used to be, because back in the early days of Modern, the only relevant removal was Lightning Bolt, and once Tarmogoyf became a 3-4, you would have to use up 2 cards to kill it, either by blocking and then using a Bolt, or dumping 2 Lightning Bolts, and so Tarmogoyf felt absolutely unstoppable, and rightfully became the most iconic 2-mana creature in Modern. But when removal became more powerful, suddenly Tarmogoyf became unplayable. Now back to Sunset Saboteur. Like Tarmogoyf, its sword means the opponent has to use 2 cards, and because it even has Menace, the opponent's gonna have to double block it. But all over the internet, everyone's saying this card's unplayable, because a 4-1 with Menace doesn't sound that exciting, and when Saboteur attacks, it puts a 1-1 counter on an opponent's creature. But who cares, it has Ward! Hold on to your panties, because we're out to break Sunset Saboteur. Because it has 4 power, it works perfectly with Spectral Denial, with counters on a creature spell, if you control a creature with power 4 more. But it gets even better with Scion of Draco, because Sunset Saboteur is black, and its card color is also black. Scion gives it lifelink, and draining your opponent for 4 every turn is super cool. But it gets even better, because with Leyline the Guildpact, Saboteur will be all colors, and Scion will give it all these abilities. So even if her opponent double blocks, they're absolutely clapped. Domain could not have asked for more perfect cards. Some Domain decks still play in a Sober Brawler, and that card's total balls, it dies the Bolt. We still have more to talk about. Spectral Denial, which works great with power 4 creatures, and to make sure our opponent doesn't have 2 blockers, we have Lightning Bolt for removal, Leyline Binding to exile permanent instant speeds, and Tribal Flames, which deals 5 damage. There's also Phlage, which deals 3 damage and gains 3 life, and of course we can even bring it back from graveyard. And with Arena Glory Holes, we even give our creatures haste. Lastly we have Monkey, and Territorial Kavu. No sideboard. Because we're afraid to go wide decks that can block Saboteur, we have Pest Control to wipe, as well as Wrath of Skies, and I hope our opponent's not an artifact deck, because we have an upload of hate cards, like Conqueror, Consign to Memory, and Wear and Tear. Lastly there's Graveyard Hate, and Blue Hate, as a deck. Can we be the first ones to break Sunset Saboteur? Off we go to find out. Opening hand's a little fluffy, but we'll keep. At least we have Guildpact. Move Saboteur. We'll put out our Monkey. Weapons Manufacturing, the new card that nuts out artifact tokens, and when those tokens leave, we take 2 damage and they have another, so they must have a lot of artifacts in the deck. More lands, number 2, and no Urza Saga for them. We'll fetch just in case they have Blood Moon, and then play Saboteur, Quarry Steel Cutter, they get their Munitions token, and Tasty Tammy, so now they have 2 creatures. We'll Surveil and Upkeep, Thundering Falls, Scion on top, come to daddy, with Scion, so many abilities. We'll swing buff Tammy, but then binding it, so no Tasty Tammy for you. Opponent bends over and takes it, and now I must pass. They make a construct, and fetch for Opal, making another Munitions token, so they draw off, and play Emery. Now they have so many things. Oh, an Arcbound Ravager, so they can bring it back, and sacrifice their munitions, that's pretty cool. We'll fetch to thin our deck. Oh, now it's not the time for Glory Holes. Now they have too many hoes out, and we only have 1 flyer, so we'll only swing the Scion, and put our opponent at 4. Opponent plays Bubble, getting munitions token. Our life total is pretty high, thanks to all the life gain. They get back Ravager, so they're gonna sack the munitions, so that only deals 10 damage to us. They equip their construct, 2 gives trample, and it's gonna be quite the headache. With Ravager, they can sacrifice artifacts to get 8 counters. Now they could sack the munitions, but the construct is getting buffed by the munitions, so they'd only sack the munitions after combat, so deal 10 to us. We'll chump to gain life just in case, and they're going for the sack, weakening their construct. Now they place those counters, but tragically for our opponent, we're still very much alive, and we take game 1. Going to game 2 is bringing board wipe and counter, and that's gonna be 2. Opening hand we have board wipe. Board lands are pretty bad, but we'll keep. Now we have Kavu, they play Manufacturing, and now their token engine's online. More lands. We'll play Saboteur and pass. Opponent draws. Oh my gosh, but then they pass. We're Tear. Play a second Saboteur. Swing for 4. They play Tasty Tammy. Oh, they pass. Let's try and draw out the counter. They use removal, discarding their Wear Tear. We'll tear them a new one. Take out Manufacturing. Counter press. Swing for 4. Buffing Tasty Tammy. We'll now play our Kavu and pass. Portable Hole. Mama's old stripper name. We'll counter the triggered ability. Oopsie poopsies for our opponent. They swing, and then draw. They flip Tasty Tammy. They weaken our creatures a bit. We'll still deal 7. Oh, because I have a creature to chump. Oh, I have bad news for our opponent. It's time to get pregnant. Wipe their board. Oh, but the target Saboteur. Discarding Podcast. We'll swing and discard. Another Pest Control. And unable to stop the cheek clapping, our opponent spreads them and concedes. Quickly, here are the winners of the giveaway. And it's on the next match. This hand's very good. We'll keep. Ooh, we jump some caverns. It looks like a storm deck. Well, they don't have a second land. Happy birthday to us. Sort 2. Play Kavu and pass. And there's their second land. They start ramping. Ooh, medallion. Now it looks like they're popping off. They dig. Finding more digging. They dig some more. Another thing to make the cards cheaper. Draw flips. They can cast the cards from the top of the deck. This is gonna hurt because they get to cast stuff for free. They exploit more cards. And there's a grape shot. So our opponent manages to take game 1. Putting us over time 2. Opening hand is similar to before. We'll keep. And this really is similar to before. They start with a land out. Start with Monkey. Here we go again. Are you telling me they have a turn 1 pop off? Oh my gosh. With only 2 cards in hand, they keep digging. There's no way they keep getting this lucky. Storm hits the wall all the time. They exile our Monkey. Oh, they pass. Ooh, Scion. With a tricky call here. If we put out Kavu, we can start exiling the graveyard. Or we can just remove Roll, which is probably the smarter option, so we'll do that. No Roll for you. Oh, medallion. So their spells cost 1 less anyway. Well, play Kavu and pass. They play Blood Moon. Good thing we have a basic. Sacred Denial. Play Scion. Swing an extra Manamorphose. Oh, we took game 2. But now we must settle things in game 3. Going into game 3, Daddy's afraid of Ruby Medallion. So we'll bring in some counter, and with that, so game 3. Opening his final keep. But we have no creatures. Who know we do? Please play Medallion here. They surveil one to graveyard. Reckless Impulse. There's a roll there. Tribal Flames, no. Monkey for us, nice. We'll play Monkey pass. They ramp, and they go for roll. And with this mana on the sack, we'll bolt roll. Now we have another. They're making things so difficult. They take out Guildpact. Good thing we don't have Scions. They're all flips. And they take out Ravioli. This doesn't feel great, but fetch for Triome and binding the roll. We'll hold up Consign to Memory and pass. One passes. Oogler holes. Is it worth tapping our blue land for that? Might be. Yep, we'll take a risk. Swing for 4. And now pray we survive this. No, we have Medallion. Oh my gosh. They don't play anything. Interesting. Wait, so we can just destroy it? Wait, whoa. Oh, we're back in business. We'll have to tap out again. Destroy the Medallion. That was very lucky. They could roll. Oh boy, we have a dilemma. We can give this Saboteur haste. But we'll be tapping our blue land again. You know what, screw it. Daddy wants to win and Daddy wants to win now. Come to Daddy. Swing for 8. Off the roll. Oh, yes. Sunset Saboteur is so good. And now we carry our arousal into the next match. Opening hands Poopy will mole. This is bad. I guess we'll keep. We'll hold up a mana. Welcome cycles. Cycles again. Tries for Thoughtseize, but we'll keep our hand a secret. So they appear to be a Death Shadow deck. Saboteur. We'll play that next turn. No, Thoughtseize. How unlucky. So we lose Saboteur. Kavu, sure. We'll have to tap out to play it. Cosmogoyf. They don't have anything in exile. Scion. We'll play it. And our opponent concedes. Oh, he has such a crappy start. Going to game 2 is friggin' wipe with coming 2. Opening hand's fantastic. We'll keep. Start with Guildpact. Opponent plays some baubles. Another Saboteur. Opponent cycles to draw. And they choose not to keep their Haywire Might. Faith is looting. They seem pretty desperate, so we'll counter. Oh, and they just concede. Okay. Well, our condolences. And also the next match. Opening hand's pretty fast. We'll keep. We'll start with the monkey. And it looks like their control deck. Opponent passes. But they still can't make mana. Swing for 2. Ooh, Solitude. So they lose our monkey. And this puts us in a tough situation. If we wait for next turn for Kavu, we could just counter it. We really need a treasure token here. Oh, we'll play Kavu anyway. Oh, opponent concedes. Alright, that was a relief. Going to game 2, let's bring counter with asking 2. Opening hand's worth a try. We'll keep. Might lean bolt. We'll hold counter and pass. Opponent digs for land. They try for Scary Fairy, but he's too scary for us. We draw Conqueror. So for now, play Scion and hold counter. Although if they have Solitude, that'd be a bit stinky. Oh, board wipe. Only Mom was allowed to wipe for me. Using Glory Holes, we'll go Conqueror haste. Swing for 3 and pass. But without a power 4 creature, Stubborn Denial can't hard counter. Like that. Oh, Guildpact. We'll just hold up our stuff and pass. Opponent passes. We'll surveil. Kavu nice. We'll attempt to give it haste. Like that. Ooh, Subtlety. We'll put Kavu back on top. And then Bolt Subtlety. Cock up. So our opponent digs for 2 cards. And then pass. Try for Kavu again. So before Kavu hits, they try for another cock up. That's too much cock for them. Attempt to counter. Oh, but not in our set. So they dig for card. Finding removal for next turn. Saboteur. And thanks to Narset, we can't draw a Kavu this turn. But here's what we'll do. Give Saboteur haste. No, Subtlety again. That's so annoying. We'll take out Narset. Then we'll pass. Removal. And they put Crusty Kahira in hand. Play Saboteur. Then we'll pass. And they don't play Crusty Kahira? Don't they want it to get buffed? I don't want to Guildpact. And they let us hit them? Why? Play Guildpact. And they did have Solitude. They choose not to exile their hand that good. There's Crusty Kahira. And they gain some life. Naughty Narset. And another cock up. So many cocks in. Ooh. We'll swing at Naughty Narset. Target Solitude, but we'll binding it. No Solitude for you. Oh shit. They block like that. So Narset survives. And with so much cock, we can't keep it up. Which means we must queef to the death in game 3. Opening hand's fine, but the lands are kind of bad. We'll keep. Who knows the right lands? Play Kavu and pass. Opponent passes. We'll swing and discard. Who knows Phlage? Might as well play it. And drain our opponent for 3. We're definitely holding out counter for Scion, I bet. Scary Fairy. Bounce on Kavu. And this will be a tough one. But I say risk it. Playing both Kavu and Scion. And if they board wipe, we bring back Phlage. Beza, getting weenies, and gaining life. We'll swing. Go after Scary Fairy. Discard a draw. Ooh, Solitude. Protecting their Teferi. So lose Kavu as well. We'll then bring back Phlage. And now take out Teferi. So with 5 cards in hand, they probably have something. Another Scary Teferi. Bouncing Phlage. Two Gloryholes. Replay Phlage. They lose Teferi. And then we'll pass. Another Beza. Gaining them more life. Ooh, Scion wonderful. So they have a treasure token. That's why we'll hold a counter. Play Scion with haste. There's a counter. And we counter the counter. Ooh, but when if you play? Should have floated red for tribal flames. Oopsie poopsies. Cock up again. Oh, Solitude. He's not good. Oh, another Scion. We'll play it. So it can sign a memory. And so our counter doesn't work. We'll tribal flames Beza and pass. And 2 cards away from bringing back Phlage. So this card draws intense. Ooh, Kavu. Play Kavu with haste. Swing and discard Phlage. We find Saboteur. They try for another cock up. We'll give them erectile dysfunction. And they put Crustica here in hand. Ooh, another Saboteur. Or do we just bring back Phlage? Very risky. We'll say no Phlage. And instead just go double Saboteur. But if they have board wipe here, it'll be over. Shit. Daddy has a plan. Bring back Phlage with haste. They counter. But we still have our monkey. Giving that haste. Finding a land. Ew. Opponent suspiciously passes. Swing for 2. And heavily hits. Finding Lorien revealed. We draw 3. And they throw out a blocker. Crusty Kahira. Now they have a 4-4 with Agilance. And what? Each player draws Saboteur 7 cards, but they don't have Narset out. They're willing to take that much of a risk. Dang. Well, it's pretty good. Let's see how much free counter they have. Leyline Binding. Stay out Kahira. Then Binding number 2. Take out Subtlety. We'll swing. They go to 9. Super duper risky. Tribal Flames number 1. And number 2. Oh my goodness, we did it. That was long and hard. And now it's off the finals. Opening is fantastic. We'll keep. And it's an artifact deck. No land. So we just bolt their creature. We crush their hopes and dreams. That's tempting. Yeah, I think we do. I'm net for you. Oh my gosh, I concede. Going into game's host, we're gonna not let a board wipe with that's going to. Ooh, opening hand 1 land. But we do have some board wipe. Risky, but we'll keep. They play drum. And that's it. They pass. 2 more lands. There's Memnite. Oh, Blood Moon, what? Why are they making things so difficult? It does set us back a lot. We'll take out the Memnite. Weapons manufacturing. Again, that must be what all the cool kids are playing. Kavu. We'll have to pass. If we get to 4 lands though, we can use Leyline Binding. They play Opal. And they draw 2 cards. And 2 more. Ornithopter. And they put out Thought. They draw 2 more cards. Ooh, another weapons manufacturing. So they're about to get a lot of munitions. We'll bolt their flyer. And find memory that doesn't do anything. Oh, Wars of Saga. And Emissary, that's good. The new card says when they cast an artifact spell, they make a 1/1 flyer. Hey boy. So even if we wipe here, we'll be taking 16. I think at this point it's better to keep our deck of secrets and finish things in game 3. Going into game 3 since we're on the play, we'll bring in counter with that's game 3. Opening hand's not terrible, but Daddy really wants board wipe. We'll mull. And it was slightly better because of Guildpact, so we'll actually keep this. They play drum. They pass. We Leyline Binding that. As Zerp Eaters as feels. I think we do just to keep up tempo. More land. We'll play Saboteur and pass. Or just Saga. Ooh, that's very pretty. They play Emissary, and they start dumping their artifacts, but at the end of turn, they'll lose their Emissary until they recast it. So now there's a Ravager there, so it's gonna stack artifacts above. Ooh, Leyline Binding. But do we play it now? Their tokens can't block, so we'll get through. So how about instead? We'll play another Saboteur. Buff their token. Oh, opponent's illiterate. And we sure love illiteracy. Play Saboteur and pass, but now they can't make a construct and oh, a dig. They swing for 3. Now more land. This is starting to feel bad, but swing we shall. Buff their creatures. They make a construct. Ah, shoot, they can block before we can play this. Alright, whatever. Play it now. So that feels extra bad. Daddy blames Magic Online. Where is our board wipe? They can give us haste, telling us at 2. Drum, why didn't they just play that before? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Couldn't just draw board wipe. Where's the board wipe? Always the finals. It's always the finals we lose. Alright, well, we went 4-1, which is pretty good. So there we have it. When we started our run, Daddy thought Sunset Saboteur was great. And now that we finished, Daddy thinks it's amazing. The Menace was just so good and our opponents didn't even try to kill it most of the time. Because even if they do remove it, they're down 1 card. And that's 1 less card to deal with the next threat. But is Sunset Saboteur only good in Domain? Or is it also good in other decks and other formats? That we must investigate. And investigate we shall. And until next time, stay thick.